Alrighty, y'all. What's up? Week number 5. We're back. Brothers and Mom is back again. Um, yes, cut my hair. New me. Anyway, y'all know more about that later on. JP, Eric, y'all good? Charles, I got anything I want to say? You want to mention what you sent in the group chat? See the GM. I don't want to get the name wrong. The GMG. Would you like to elaborate on that? Tell them about that.
I'll mention that at the end.
You said what?
I'll mention it at the end.
At the end? Alrighty. Let me make sure. JP, Eric, y'all good?
Yo.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anybody want to say anything? Like before we start? Y'all want to relapse on the past week? What's been going on? Nobody got anything to say?
Man, it's been cool, man. It's been cool. I've been actually enjoying everything. Honestly, just yeah, man. It's been a fun thing. Every Monday with y'all. So I'm just glad to just be a part. Y'all family. So
Everybody got correct now.
Yeah, everybody got.
I feel kind of left out. I'm putting mine on.
But no, I just didn't want to start right away. I just really wanted to just start off different. So I got a question, Charles, Eric, since it was a video of y'all about that song. Like, what made y'all do that song?
What song was it?
It was Not Me, Lord You, Bishop Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what song it was.
Eric, you go.
I don't think. I know we did it at St. Peter's, right? That's the first place we did that song at.
Okay.
And we did it somewhere else too. I can't remember where the place was.
It was at the embassy. We did the embassy that song.
Yeah, that's where it was. I had feeling it was at the hotel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly can't remember. At least I can't remember what made us do that song, Not Me, Lord You. We probably heard it somewhere and thought to ourselves that this was a really great song to do, if anything. But I don't remember where we heard that song from though.
I don't either, bro. I because mostly even back then, me and Eric, we go to each other's houses and kind of just watch videos. We weren't really, we weren't, you know. I don't. Back then, we was like starting the group. We really didn't understand like we do now about song choice. We just kind of was, and not to say we weren't doing it just to do it. We was just, we were just teenagers. And so we saw people do it. We would just add our own feel to it and just, yeah.
Yeah, sat down, let's songs, watch the video. I was like, oh man, this would be a great song to do.
Right.
Yeah. So, JP, how your week been, man?
Man, blessed. So started my new position yesterday. Blessed to do that and start a new chapter in my life. So yeah, just chilling on it. It's kind of tired. That's all, but we're gonna make it through.
Yes,
I feel that. I feel that. All right, y'all. So let's go and get started on these topics. I mean, I got quite a few. I think it's like 8 of them we're gonna hit today. Keep it real simple, real short. I don't want to hold y'all too long, but we don't want to hold y'all too long. You know what I mean? So yeah. Man. So let's start with this one. JP, you saw the list. I had it's some more been added to it. So yeah. How to deal with people that talk about you? It's the first question to start it off. How to deal with people that talk about you? People that talk about you behind your back, maybe people that talk about you, anytime. Like how to deal with that. Um, I'll go first. Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So me personally, I'd just say ignore them. I mean, people talk all day, every day. They're not gonna stop talking about you no matter what you do, what you say. So this life is built or not built, but this generation is built around, just jealousy maybe, and just have no type of maturity. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could just say just leave it alone. Let it go, brush it off and just laugh at it. I usually talk about it a lot when I was younger. I mean, seriously, like my skin color, how black I was, I didn't like it at first. I got mad really easily. But now it's just like, I laugh at it now. I started laughing at stuff like, okay, that's cool. You know, God made me who I am. So that's all that matters, you know? And I just thought, that's just jealousy. So yeah, that's my thought about it. Just let it go, brush it off. People talk every day, all day. You can't do nothing about it. Just let it go.
And
I just go back to the old saying, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me." Because all people can really do is tell you what their perception of you is, and not what you actually are. A lot of people don't know who you are as a person. All they can do is assume who you are to be, unless you just let them know, like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do. You know what I mean? And a lot of times when people say negative stuff about you, it's just a reflection of how they feel about themselves. It's easier to say, oh, I don't like the way you look, or I don't like the way you dress and stuff like that to somebody else, but it's harder to admit to yourself that, hey, I don't like the clothes that I have on. They're hand-me-downs, or hey, I don't like this blemish on my face. I think it makes me look ugly. It's easier to, what I'm looking for, to bring somebody else down than to accept that we all have flaws and that we all aren't perfect. You know what I mean? But to go back to the question of, what do we do if, we hear people saying negative stuff about us? The best thing to do is just to ignore them and just ask them, how they are. You know what I mean? Like, don't just, brush them off. It may be some deep stuff going on with them, and they may need somebody to talk to, and you can be that person to help, help them through whatever challenge they're going through, or something like that. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much my answer to that question.
Um, I would say, man, because we always have haters. Um, one of
Said it again.
let's. Well, I can say this in the sermon, and it's not even a sermon. One of my favorite sermons from my pastor, uh, and I'll shout him out, Pastor Stephen T. Robinson, New Zion Grove Worship Center. The best pastor, my guy. Anyway, shout out to my leaders, Pastor Steve Robinson and Lady Kayla Robinson. But anyway, one of his sermons where he kind of talked about that was the hate made me great. And that's really one of my signature sermons from him, honestly, because it's just I think we get talked about so much and we don't realize that, that hate can make us great if we don't really let it, like get in our system. And, because you don't have time for bad energy. As our generation say, bad vibes ain't the move. It really ain't the move. We got to keep our energy positive, and just uh, encouraging and inspiring, especially in this time of day. So I mean, don't worry about what people say about you. Know, like I said, like D and Eric said, know who you are. Know that God made you the way you were supposed to be, and don't worry about people. People gonna be, I'm gonna mention the song later on about the song. Jonathan McReynolds made the perfect song called "People." They're the best and the worst that God's created. So I mean, that kind of sums it up right there. But yeah, that's really my take on it. Can't really worry about people. You gotta know who you are and whose you are. That's what one thing my mom and pops and my granny even told me. Know who you are and whose you are.
JP, you got anything? Cool, cool.
All right,
Next
not just
question.
big news update. Sorry, you good?
Bet. So the next thing, how do I stop from falling in love with two people?
You said how do
How do you stop from falling in love with two people? Yeah. How to stop trying to, am I making sense? Is that the right wording for it? How do you stop from falling in love with two people? There you go.
Why are you in love with two people in the first place? Hold on. Now, how do you stop falling in love with two people? Just don't love two people at the same time. Focus on one person at a time.
Yeah.
Love yourself, and then you learn to love one other person. Like, you'll know that yourself is enough. If you loving yourself enough, then you won't have time to love two different people at the same time. You only have time to love one other person. So you can't give 33% to yourself and then two other people. Like, that's not enough. So yeah, that's my answer.
I can kind of see how they can fall in love with two people, because it may be some qualities that they love in one person, and it may be some other qualities that they love in another person. But going back to what JP said, though, yeah, trying to delegate 33% to yourself, and then the other people, that's not enough to really kind of form a healthy relationship with somebody. I mean, I, I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. JP said the best. You got to focus on somebody, at that particular time. I can't answer that because honestly, you can't, you know, That's a lot of stress too. It can cause a lot of stress when you try to love two people, at the same time. Uh, that's how you really got to know how to play it. Well, I wouldn't even say play your options, but like you just have to keep your options open. Um, because I wouldn't say play, you just have to keep them open and just kind of see what you like in that person, what you don't like, and then kind of decipher from there. And that's where you decide who you truly love. I think uh, we get caught up in the moment and we don't worry about the long term so much. Like we gotta worry about the long term. How are they going to affect me long term instead of in the moment? Because in the moment I can love them because of what they do in the moment. But how is it going if they stop doing it, if they do it in the moment but they're not doing it long term? What is that best for me? You know. So that's yeah,
Well,
that's
how to stop falling? Okay, so I feel like, of course, it's possible, like Eric said, to fall in love with two people at the same time. Now, how to stop from falling in love with two people? It's really just you can't really do nothing about it. If you ask me, I mean, because my opinion is, and I think everybody heard me say this: love don't go away. Once you truly,
yeah.
genuinely love someone, it doesn't go away. So you can't stop loving. You can't stop loving. You can't stop. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments, but you can't stop loving two people at the same time. If it's genuine love. Now if it's not genuine love, then okay, cool. You can easily just drop one of them, drop both of them. So yeah, and the comment says sometimes people can't help who they fall in love with. Okay, I agree to a certain extent. I mean, I don't know. Hmm, I
I
don't know.
mean, here's the thing. You can't really I won't say can't, but you have to be willing to control your love too, because you can't, what thing you can learn over life. Love is so precious, and you have to like guard your heart, but guard your heart in a way where it's not overprotective and you can't let nobody in. Um, so it's really crucial that you protect your heart, but also you you really have to be stay watchful, if that makes sense. You have to stay woke to everything because you can't be caught sleeping and then something happens and then you just left on the island by yourself. And so you have to just make sure that you're woke all the time and you love yourself. Because I think our generation we have a problem with being alone. Um, and we don't know how to cope it because we don't truly love ourselves. We can say all day, I love myself when we get done with a breakup, but when it's long, long gone, we still, oh, it's time for me to get a boyfriend or girlfriend, but maybe it's still time for you to still develop you. And so we got to really think about that instead of just trying to rush to relationships over and over again instead of trying to just fix ourselves. Because a lot of times we run into loving people because we don't try to fix ourselves. And because when somebody shows us love that one instance, we love them. But sometimes it's not always the case. We gotta be, parent that if the things you do for me, it shouldn't just say that, oh, you do this for me, I love you. No, it's a long term effect. And you can't you like I said, our generation is I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna shut up. Our generation, we love in a moment, but we kind of struggle with loving long term.
True,
To be honest.
true. But
We love it.
why is that though?
What's up?
Why is that?
Because we don't see we always have our mindsets in the present, but we never think about our futures.
True. And
Because
that's something
go ahead.
else. When you get in a relationship with somebody, and if you like, you shouldn't just be in a relationship with anybody just to be, like Charles said, in a moment type of thing. It's a long-term deal, in my opinion, it's a long-term deal. So yeah, yeah. I really feel what I was just about to say. My mind went a different way.
I mean, you can't. You have to be constant, and know that are they. See, here's the question that we fail to ask ourselves: will they help me grow? Or are they gonna cause me to go? Will they help me grow, or will they cause me to go? And when I mean cause me to go, meaning when they do something, are you going to literally just go from what they have done instead of hear them out and hear their explanation? Or you going, or are you with them because you want to grow and you see growth when you're with them? Because you know, I love our generation. Trust me, I do. But sometimes our generation gets on my nerves because we have so many guys and so many girls saying, "I want a guy to do this. I want a girl to do that." But bro or sweetheart, what are you doing to help yourself? Because maybe you're not getting guys because you still not working on you in the right areas, and because we don't take time to understand what the areas are to work, work on. We don't give ourselves time to see what areas we need to work on. We just think we need somebody in that moment instead of just saying, maybe I need to work on my area in this because I need to. Because a lot of time, let's normalize. Stop complaining about what you don't have if you don't even deserve it. I see so many times on Snapchat, you complain about everything that something is this dude did this to you and this girl does this to you. But here's the thing: something should tell you, am I attracting that?
Yeah.
I tired. Yeah, that's a
It's
question we
all
should ask ourselves. Am I attracting it? Instead of just
it's
saying, I can't do this. I don't want that. This dude, and I can't say the other word, but literally we hear it all the time. This dude did this, and I don't like how he did this. And I just can't stand dudes like. Are you
it's
attracting
always
them?
pointing fingers. It's always
But
pointing fingers instead of pointing
we
fingers
don't
back at
like to put
yourself.
that to us, literally, man. We don't like because we
Hmm.
don't like to put the shoe on our own foot. Because literally, sometimes you try to give your stinky shoe to somebody, but literally, why your shoes stink? Like literally, that's just the comment. I mean, I know it's a hyperbole, but why your shoes stink? You try to give your shoe to
Yeah.
everybody else, but your shoes literally stink because. And that's not even pointing shots or taking shots at anybody. You have to really ask yourself, what do I attract?
Hmm.
Because if I attract crazy, I'm gonna get crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If I attract foolishness, I'm gonna get foolishness. We have to ask ourselves that because you see, I'm not even going on a rant. I just feel like somebody need to hear this. Our generation needs to stop complaining about certain things that we can already fix ourselves. Because if our generation asks that question, who do we attract? A lot of relationships and a lot of women or guys wouldn't feel the way they feel because you're not properly asking yourself these questions because it's always you did that, you did this.
But never what I did, what
What did
yourself
I
did.
do?
Yeah.
What did I do? And that's what, even for me, that's what I shifted in my mindset. What did I do wrong? And so you have to be
Hmm.
willing and mature enough to say, what did I do wrong? Because if you're not, you're clearly not ready
Yeah.
because you're getting into a relationship immature and you really trying to tell this dude he's not mature, but you're not mature yourself.
Sure. Mm.
You trying to tell
Mm.
this girl she ain't it, but you ain't it, bro.
Yeah.
And so it's just that let me. I'm sorry for the long rant, but that's just
No,
that's
you good.
things, man. We have to realize, man. We even with the original question that you proposed, you can't love two people for the simple fact of you gotta play your options and just when and why I can't I gotta stop saying play your options. You really have to just keep your options open to see what fits you to grow.
Hmm.
You
And
can't
if it
you
doesn't
can't
fit
have
you
your
to
cake and
grow,
eat it too.
you said what, JP?
I said you can't. Old saying you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Literally, that's real, man. And you have to be willing enough to realize, will they help? And I just want somebody to take this for tonight. Will they help me grow, or will it cause me to go? That's a quote that you can take for your life and just will it cause me? Will they cause me to grow, or is it easy for me to go? That's better. See, that's better. That's better terminology. How I put that. Will they cause me to grow, or is it easy for me to go? So that's how you answer that question right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save that. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna have to save that, man. I'll put that on the shirt.
Eric, you got anything to say? JP, you got anything else to say?
No, I don't got to say.
No, I'm good, brother.
All right. Next question. Next question. What do you do when you have been hurt by a woman or a man and have no love for anybody? Like anybody.
I feel like that's just a
JP,
sign
go
for you to
first.
focus on yourself.
One of y'all go first. You and Eric go first, cause I want y'all to answer.
I feel like that's just if you get to a point to where you don't have you don't have love for anybody else. Is that what the last part said?
Yeah.
I feel like at that point that's just a sign for you to focus on yourself and not focus on other people. Because there comes a point in time where we need to focus on ourselves and not focus on other people, because we ourselves have to develop too. I mean, we can't just sit there and try to help somebody else get better and achieve what they want to achieve, but not work on where we want to be too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, you don't have to be with anybody. You don't have to necessarily be in a relationship with anybody all your life or anything like that. It's not a requirement. I mean, the main thing is for you to be happy where you at, and you to be happy with who you are as a person. And if people come down the line and y'all start talking and then y'all start to form a relationship and stuff like that, when it comes to that, just keep making sure that you're still good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you always come first. Me, I always come first. When I say me, I mean like your own individual self. You always come first. That should always be your main focus. And other people come second, because if you're not good, then you can't make somebody else be good too.
True. True. Um,
Go ahead, D.
my bad. I was rereading the question again. Um, well, I mean, like Eric said, you need time to just work on yourself after, um, a situation like that. But my question is, what did that person do to make you like that? I feel like you shouldn't stop loving people. Like you shouldn't stop having no love for anybody. Like, why? Like, like I said in the previous panel discussion, relationships is not, to me, not all relationships are guaranteed. It's gonna be some relationships where you gotta learn from and live on. And that's how I'm feeling about this. You should just after you get hurt by someone, you shouldn't be stuck on what's been going on in that relationship or be so hurt where you just don't love nobody ever again. You should um, move on, move on with life because life moves on. Um, so yeah,
I think a lot of
that's
times, even with us trying to, first of all, your love, it, it, it shouldn't run out. I don't care if you haven't, no matter what, because you gotta still love God, you gotta still love your family, you still gotta love people, just in general. You just can't worry about, anybody, you know, taking your love away.
yeah,
That's not see if that did happen, y'all took it way too deep, because it's you have to, and that's not even that's even about when you love yourself. when you truly love yourself, the love won't stop. But
Hmm.
if you just don't love people after like a hard breakup, that means you truly didn't love yourself. This is has been the topic for almost a couple weeks. You have to love yourself. And I'm not talking about just, oh, I know who I am and stuff. I'm talking about when it's long nights and when you like when you just stressed out for no reason, but you just can't sit up there and trust them like they okay and just have a peace over you. That's loving yourself. Like that, like I'm not saying not to worry about them, but I'm saying you're not freaking out like, oh, I don't got no, dude. I mean, go watch a show, go watch a TV show, like go do something active. I don't think a lot of, I was, and here's the thing, I can be honest, I was like that, but I've learned over the years to love myself because you got to know what you like to do. I think we get in relationships, we try to be yes man and yes woman, but we don't know what fits us. And then we
Yeah,
get in relationships and it's like, oh, I don't know what to do when they gone. What? I mean, find a hobby, like, and that's not even trying to be funny. That's just legit stuff. Find a hobby, do something fun that you love to do. Like, go work out, go do something that energizes your time where time will pass. And then when they text back, cool. But I mean, you cannot just go bonkers and go crazy because oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. You should have, dude.
a lot of people is
If
like that
you
right now.
if you break up, pick yourself up. It's gonna take a couple days. I'm not saying it's not. It's gonna you just gonna blow it off. I mean, if it was a meaningful relationship, it's gonna be some time. But just do that stuff that you really sometimes put on hold. Do it more.
Do what I do. Move on to the next.
You
I
know,
mean, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
don't
do
do
that.
it.
No, I'm
Don't.
just I'm just
Don't do that. But I give
I'm just
yourself
playing.
time.
No,
Give yourself.
he meant that.
He really, he really
You saw,
did. Just
you saw him look to the left.
Yeah.
That was
right.
ah that was the old me. That was the old
Think
me.
your
That
own
was
is
the
in the
old me.
box to the left, brother.
Back to the left.
That was the old me, man. That was the old me. No,
Yeah.
seriously, that's how I used to be. I mean, that's how I felt. That was my mindset. Back then, getting hurt or getting broke up with her, next day after, being out of a relationship, I would just move on to the next. Like, what am I? I feel like, what am I stopping my life for? What am I holding on to the past for? Like I'm the type of person who just live on, live life, laugh, and just go on about my life and move on. That's how I am. That's why I
See,
said move on to the next. That's
here's the thing.
that's just my mindset. My mindset is different from everybody else's. I
I do
mean,
I do want to say something, D. When you were saying that, something kind of struck because even when you said, um, move on to the next. Here's the thing: our generation does that a lot. We don't give ourselves time to heal, and we
hmm
go into these other relationships that's, you know, really keeping everything, situated. And it's like it's not giving us time to just really realize because we might learn more stuff about us being with that person. We just never know. And so
hmm
we got to give ourselves some time to, really know who we are, and constantly just, you know, continue ourselves to grow. Because, like I said, it's a growing. Every day you grow different. Every day you live, you wake up to see a brand new day because of God's grace and mercy. But you grow each day,
Yeah.
but you choose if you grow. Because a lot of times we have sometimes when we mess up in relationships or we get broken up with. Because I can say this, you be in the house and you just be sitting there like, God, what did I do? What did I do? But you got to get out and live life because
That's what
that's
that's what you get that night for. You get that night out like after y'all break up to do all that. The next day is a whole new day, a brand new day. Go about your life. That's man. Whew,
But here's the
you
thing,
have
bro.
you
A
have
lot of
all
people,
all night
if
to
it was
cry,
really a good,
text your
here's the thing.
friends,
Here's
call
the thing.
people, and all that stuff. The
No,
next day is when you gotta live your life.
I'm gonna give you some wisdom, sir. Now, here's the thing. That's what
You single, you free. Go live your life.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. We forget about that, but yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But you're in the moment feeling some hurt that you ain't even healed yet. You're
Well, that's
literally
my way.
you're literally running from your healing process because you're trying to do stuff constant. But you're not trying to see. Some days you just need some time just to heal and not be around people.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like okay, I agree with you. I do. But who said that you couldn't heal while moving on with life? You know? Just be honest. Who said that you actually going the next day, you going out and finding you a whole nother girlfriend? Like, Pooh, she tell me all the time, enjoy your life. Don't shout out to Pooh. She our big sister, big cousin, whatever you want to say. I love you. But seriously though, like she used to tell me all the time, like, live your life, enjoy your life while you can.
Bro,
Don't worry about no girl or what they got going on. Like we used to get told all the time. There's a lot of fishes out there to go catch, right? To go get,
but
right?
if you here's the
Why
thing,
be stuck on one?
here's the
Move
kicker.
on with life.
Here's the kicker.
Move on.
Here's the kicker. Want to hear the kicker? Well, if you cared about that person fully, you ain't gonna move on like that.
Okay. You cared about them, but look where they are now. Look what the title is now. An X.
Still though, bro.
Why?
Still.
Why matter? It doesn't matter
Why?
anymore.
Here's the thing. Why would you?
Why go back?
As a person, why would you? Here's the thing. This is what I can say. I feel like why would you just do that like this? I gotta do something. I gotta do something. But you're not giving yourself time to just like look at yourself because you can just run and do stuff constantly, but you're not giving
Look at
yourself
yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror.
who.
You
Well,
good?
here's the thing. Who in our generation does that? They do
Me.
exactly what you're saying.
Us. I do.
I'm not just talking about us. We're learning. We have to learn to do that. But who in our generation does that? We don't give ourselves time to heal. That's why we feel sometimes broken. When we get in these
I'm
other
healed.
relationships, we still feel broken because we don't
I'm
give
healed.
ourselves heal.
I'm healed.
Everybody's different, dude. Everybody's different.
All right. Kaya said one night to cry. What? I can't. Why can't you can cry for one night. Why are you stuck on that
Everybody,
person?
dude.
Oh my God.
It depends on the
He hurt you.
relationship, bro.
If he hurt you, if he hurted you,
But sometimes here's the thing.
people know what they're doing when they
Here's the
hurt
thing.
someone. They know what they do when they text someone and say some stuff or do stuff with somebody else. They know what they do. They know they have a whole girlfriend, a whole boyfriend. They come on. Why you crying for a whole week for it?
Bro,
Let it go. He
bro,
did what he did, or she did what she did. Okay, move on.
bro. Everybody's different.
He or
I
she
tell you,
did that
everybody
for a
can't blow
reason,
out.
did it on purpose.
Everybody can't blow off a relationship like that just because, dude. Here's the thing: we don't realize if they might hurt me, but dude, if they had fun times, literally throughout the
Just
relationship,
cherish
and
and let go.
here's the thing though, D.
Cherish.
If they had more fun times than bad times, it's kind of hard to let go, my boy. Because at one time of hurt, you're not gonna remember that. You're gonna remember all them fun times. Like, dang, we can't do that no more. That's what the problem is, bro.
Do it to somebody else. Simple. Move on with life.
Bro,
Come on.
you're not
What
getting
you mean?
what
I get
Bro.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I understand. You did all this stuff with this one person. Cool. Handy dandy, all that stuff. Cool. You're still young. You're still learning who you are. You still learning what you really want out of
but
a
you're not.
person.
Can I say something, my G? You're not allowing yourself. You're literally feeling an empty void that you don't understand how to feel because you're trying to fill it with other people instead of feeling it by just healing yourself. You
So
cannot.
if you were gonna get in,
Go ahead, JP.
I was saying well, this is my question. So if you're gonna get in a relationship, and well, if you're gonna date somebody, dating means that, of course, you're not in a marriage. You're not. My thing is you're not spiritually bonded yet. So if that's the case, and y'all were to break up tomorrow, that means that you really didn't have love for for that person in the first place. That's my thing, bro. Because I'm like, you giving up on it that quick. You say, okay, a day, I'm gonna forget everything that I just went through over however long y'all were together, even if it was 2 days. In those 2 days, y'all still had 48 hours to go through some crap.
Yes.
Like, one day is not enough.
not.
I got out of a long relationship, and definitely, I tell you, it took me more than probably 3 or 4 weeks, because 7 or 8, 9, 10 years is nothing when you getting when you dealing with somebody who you've been talking to every day for over a long
It
time.
takes time, man. It really does, and you have to like just constantly, you know. Fi- okay, what's up, man?
All right, I'm ready to comment.
I was gonna say you ain't never
So
been hurt no more.
I'm gonna
That's
read the
true.
comments. I'm gonna read the
No,
comments.
forget
Hold on,
that.
let me read the comments. Okay, he never been hurt before. Okay, to answer that question, I'm gonna answer each question one by one. I have been hurt before.
Directly.
I
Lies.
have. I have.
Lies.
No, I have for real. Well, let me say. Okay. I've been hurt once. That's because I asked for my all in one relationship I've been in. My all in one relationship. Okay, moving on. He had been hurt before. He just moved on fast. Okay, time out.
Who was
Time
that?
out.
Who said that?
That was Caillou said that. Caillou. Okay, I'm gonna just be honest. I don't move on fast. The thing is, when I'm in a relationship, when I know it's going bad, I start to move on. I start to move silently.
Let me get
I
up.
start to move on my own. Seriously, I start to move silently.
Let me get up.
Like I don't move on fast. It's just okay. I'm the type of person who live life. I don't have time to sit around and just be crying all week, all day about one relationship. No, I don't know. My life is moving. Life is too short to be stuck on one person or one path.
Life is too short, sir.
Listen, I don't. And the thing is, I don't move on fast. I just move on with life. Like I'll be happy all over again. Like I don't. I heal. I take time to heal while either going through the little arguments, whatever, or wait till that night or that day to actually just heal. Like the next day, I'm good. I'm cozy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to just go have fun. I don't have because people nowadays will literally cry for days, sit in the house for days, over a relationship for days. Why?
Help this young man.
Why?
Let me.
Why?
I'm sending you a
Why?
shirt that say toxic.
Right.
Why?
Toxic.
Why? Like
Toxic.
that person then did you wrong, or that person have did something to hurt you. Apparently, it's not going to work out again. Move on, right?
Bro.
Right?
Eric, go
Right?
ahead.
Oh, read the comment.
Okay.
It said,
Okay. I'm ready to comment.
No, it said if you leave the relationship.
Oh, wait.
Let Eric go first. Let Eric go.
Because at this point, ATP.
Nah. Eric, go first, bro. Go first, Eric.
You gotta understand, man. I mean, yeah, some people can be in a relationship and then they be fine. Like they can move on. Okay. Prime example, what you said. But everybody's hurt is different. Like depending upon how hurt that person is based off their relationship, it's dependent upon how many stitches they're gonna need to fix that hurt that they feel inside. Like some people, it may take them a week. Some people may take them a day. Some people may take them 2, 3, 5 years, stuff like that. It really just depends upon the impact that other person had on that person's life. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can go back out there and find somebody else to be with and stuff like that. I mean, like you said, I mean, it's a lot of fish in the sea. But at some point, you go around the bait to throw out there to catch some fish, and then you have to sit there and you ain't gonna have no more fish. You know what I mean? And that's when you sit there and that's when you really reflect on what you need to do at that point in time. Mm-hmm. And usually the answer is you need to focus on yourself and focus on what you need to do at that point in time and not focus on trying to be with all these other people.
That's it. JP, go ahead.
I'm not done because I'm on your case. All right. So bet. So let's think about it like this. So we talk about fish, right? You go to a pond and has everybody fished before and know the concept of fishing? When you throw the hook in the water,
patience.
Yeah, you throw the hook in the water,
mm-hmm.
and the fish see that hook. Once the worm comes out that hook, you have to get that hook out that water so you don't scare all the fish away.
Yeah.
Right. So you continue throwing that bare hook in that water in that same spot, doing that same thing over and over and over. All your fish gonna leave. Mm-hmm. Then you gotta vacate and go to another pond, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing. You do the same thing, you're gonna find that one person that's gonna do the same way. But then I also want to bring up the fact of this. you get out of a relationship what you put in. So if you're not gonna have concrete feelings about this person, even when you do break up, I'm not even gonna say concrete, but if you don't have, if you don't feel some type of way when you like get done dating somebody for a long time, then you never really had feelings in the first place. That's my thing.
That's it.
No,
Okay,
go ahead.
read the comment. What if your wife that y'all been married for 20 years and you found out she would cheat? Okay,
You.
see, okay, it is. I'm gonna answer that question for you. What's Chauncey? That's his name, right? That's your name, Chauncey. If I'm pronouncing it right, I hope I am. But listen, with that question right there, there's a difference.
No.
Wife,
No.
wife. It's a big difference. You have to go through a whole process. That's a wife.
So I gotta
Wife.
marry
Keyword
you.
wife.
I gotta marry you so you can have feelings for me.
Wife.
So I gotta marry you to have feelings for me? No.
Who said anything about no? Who said anything about feelings?
What?
Who said no? The thing is no. The question was, what was the question?
Come on.
Forgot. But moving on to the next, like, you know, when I said moving on to the next, okay, that's different when you're in a relationship or in a girlfriend or boyfriend stage. Now, a wife situation is different. And I got a question too. Somebody just sent it to me. Y'all already know who y'all probably gonna know who it is as soon as I say the message. So if you and your girlfriend break up right now, would you just move on? That was the question I got sent, and I'm gonna answer that question. What I'm in now, the relationship right now, I wouldn't move on. I wouldn't just move on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't just move on. There's a difference.
See, okay, so JP just switched up. Like, can I let me get this voice of wisdom? Okay, so here's the thing.
No, you just spent the whole time saying, "Oh yeah,
right."
No.
You can't move
Okay. Let me say something. I'm gonna say something. I gotta say one thing.
How you gonna defend that, and then you gonna say?
No, let me say one thing. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just wanted y'all to wake up. Y'all saying so down. Y'all was quiet. I just want to get some entertainment.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Bro.
Everything I say, I was just playing.
We sitting here with toxic.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing, y'all.
We got to pray with you. Brothers and moms can't be toxic.
Right, bro.
I was just playing with y'all, man. You know,
you doing pray this week.
I agree. You need time to heal for a couple of days. Now, the whole crying part, I was serious about. I mean, the whole moving on, like to the next, like living my life the next day. That's serious. I actually do. I actually live my life the next day. Like I don't sit there and be stuck on one relationship and just be, stuck about it. You know, like if that person, no, listen, like seriously, like if that person was to come back and be like, let's work something out. Most likely 9 out of 10, knowing me, I would actually work something out with her, with that person. I was just talking. I just wanted to wake up. I just want some more entertainment, some more laughter. That's it. I love y'all.
I want to branch the next question off though. How much is enough though? Like, at what point? And this kind of changing the whole round.
Thank you, sir.
Like, what? At what point do you have enough? Like, what's something? Let me ask the question verbatim. What's something that you just cannot come back from? Like, what's something that you just cannot come back from at a relationship?
Good. That's good,
fellas.
Well,
people in the comment.
I mean, we mentioned something like this before, and I mean,
what is that question? What they asked? If somebody cheated on you, could you work it out with them or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I would, like with that situation, I would take it like baseball. In a baseball situation, strike one, strike two, strike three. Then it's done. Like I would say 3 times maybe. But it's just enough.
No, not how many times. Like what exactly? What's just something that you just cannot deal with? Period. I'm not even saying,
like a one and done.
Yeah, like a one and done. Yeah, what's like a one and done? Kaya said if you cheat and have a child, then she gonna dip.
Okay, that's really understandable. Like if you're cheating and you got to hold another girl or another person pregnant, or you're pregnant yourself, then yeah, okay, I'm gonna do. I think that'd be it right there. That'd be it right there, for sure.
I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah. Because I mean, anything else, I would
I
definitely
mean, because
just
other things you have to be willing to work. Where I mean,
yeah.
but if they're worth working for, let me
Mhm.
say, and I say that, because I think we work on relationships, but we don't realize, is that person worth fighting for?
Mhm.
You know, we don't ever put that in the purview of how we gotta assess these situations.
You see this
Is
person,
that
you
is
see
that
yourself
who
with this person long term.
right? Is but who they like? You have to realize, is that their character? Is it just a mistake? I mean, you have to decipher that, but you have to constantly, you know, think about these things. You just can't be thinking like it's a trust thing. Like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, it's a trust and communication thing. If you have communication and trust, some of these things can be avoided. But you gotta communicate with that person, because if you don't communicate, it's easy for somebody to cheat. If you don't
Do you,
trust them, go ahead, JP.
do you trust your significant other? Since let's just stick with that topic because Kaya put a good one in there. If your significant other were to cheat and have a child on you, are you still able to take them back? Like, is there any way you could take them back at all?
No, because you're supposed to be my child's this. I'm not supposed to, you
Right.
know.
Uh,
That's when. See, here's the thing. When I married you, you're supposed to be my baby moms.
right.
Let's just be real. You're supposed to be my. I'm not supposed to share you with anybody. It says, when we say I do, for sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, it's not like I have ownership over you, but like we're one. And so when you break off on the oneness, it's like we're individuals again. When you come in, yeah, this is about to really go spiritual. Like, and that's like, see, here's the thing: when we become married, we become one. But when we break off and do those certain type of things in our flesh mindset, we become individuals again. When spiritually, we're supposed to be one person, one household, one mind. But you can't see. You always went into this thing as staying an individual, instead of just, hey, this is my significant other, this is my person, this is who I want to be for the rest of my life. You just wanted the glitz and the glam of being married and being this, but when it got bad, you wanted to run. Let's talk about it.
Hmm.
Because we get in so many marriages and we get so many relationships because we want to have that, the publicity, and we want to have the big wedding, and we want to have all this stuff. But when you decide to cheat on me, that goes out the water. It's like, why would we do that if you just decided to do that? What made you do that if we already committed to ourselves to make us one? That's a real life question that I don't think a lot of people would ask themselves that, because we deal with that in society today. Like, what made you do that? Especially if we spent all this money, what made you do that? What did I possibly do to make you do that?
Mhm.
Like, because you have to, you can't, I can't take somebody back if you're literally just going out here being an individual when we're supposed to be a one. And you have a kid on top of that. That ain't the move.
So I'm asking Kaya. So she said cheating is one thing. I could take you back. Uh, but having a baby, you said you can't come back from that. So my question is, so they can have sexual intercourse as long as they don't have a child. Is that what you're saying? Does that make it okay just because they didn't have a child?
That still don't, I mean, because like Doctor said, it's levels. See, here's the thing. You we can take somebody back, but here's the thing. Stop doing it. It's
I mean,
just
what are
like,
you getting out of it?
huh?
What are you getting out of it? If you take them back and you ask them, hey, why did you cheat on me? And they say, okay, well, your communication is bad. So now you got to change yourself. Or I'm not gonna say communication. They say, oh, I didn't like something that you were doing. So now you got to change yourself, who you are, for something that they want because they didn't find what they wanted in you. Like I'm too old for that now.
Then my
Like,
question would
no,
be, why are you with me?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking you back. It's a wrap. I'm too old for that. 22 years old. That's high school.
Now here's the thing. Now if you know who they are character wise, and um,
No excuses for
you know
me.
that. Oh, I mean, I get that. Everybody's different. Now that's why that JP. That here's the thing. This is why I said what I said when we started. Are they worth fighting for? That's why I said that. That's why I said that exactly. Because if they're not worth fighting for, time to go. That's just real.
I've been too much.
Here's the thing. I
Yeah,
don't. I'm not. I
yeah,
trust me.
no, for sure. Yeah,
I don't play with cheating either. But here's the
yeah,
thing. The things I do shouldn't even make you cheat.
exactly.
That part. I shouldn't. I should. It shouldn't even be a mindset of you cheating from the things I do for you. Why would you want to do that?
I feel like once you forgive that person, then you're allowing that person to mess up again. Because then this person is going to think in their head, well, they forgave me this time. Maybe they'll forgive me again if I do it again. Because not everybody has the mindset of, okay, I messed up. Let me try to fix it and not do it again. Some people actually, do it again and do it over and over and over again because they know that you'll come back around and forgive them for whatever they do. And I feel like the biggest things like that people won't forgive when it comes to relationships is, yeah, cheating and they're having to kill somebody else. Because at that point, I personally I don't feel like it's any excuse as to why you should cheat because it's like this. It's like if you don't find what you're looking for in me, then don't stay in this relationship with me. Go find it with somebody else. Don't try to stay with me, but also go out there and mess around with somebody else. You know what I mean? Because then you're wasting my time and you wasting your time as well. Because if you see something in that other person that's not in me, then go get that other person. You know what I mean? Because then
I,
now it's complicating that relationship because now I'm involved, that other person's involved, and you're involved in the middle. You know what I mean?
I love how you say that, bro. Here's the thing, because I should be enough for you. That period. I should be enough for you. And if I'm not enough for you, why are we here? That's exactly what, like, that's literally what it is. Like, you can't, well, I need this, I need that. But it's like, but why did you get with me? See, now here's a question. If we get with these certain people, why are we getting with these certain? Is it because of the title? It's because we see something in them that sees the potential, and then when we get into the valley with them, we don't want to call. We don't want to grow with them. That's another question too that we don't want to ask either. Because a lot of times we get in relationships and we get involved with this person, but will I stay in it for the long haul, or am I just here to gain something?
And if you're ever in a situation where you feel like, you gotta go towards somebody, sometimes you gotta be that person to be like, I'm not right for this person. Maybe I should, end things. You know what I mean? Like don't try to stay with this person over here and then you try to go talk to this person over here. If
That's
that
a
makes
mature.
sense.
That's a mature answer. But you have to be mature to say I'm not right for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't do that. They'll make them suffer to say I wasn't right for you. That's mm-mm. So you have to be willing to say I wasn't right for you. I'm we're not in the right seasons for each other's life right now. But that's a grown. Hey, if we all of our generation want to be grown, that's a grown conversation. But how many of us want to have that conversation with somebody? Not
Mm.
many.
No,
That's what we got to change. Because if we don't change, we're gonna keep seeing all these posts and all these things on Facebook, and dude's gonna be getting tired. Like, dang, I don't got nothing because she just like or he just like the dude. Because, mm, like I said earlier, you have to know what you attract. Literally, You cannot just say.
So
Go ahead, D.
the question is, what do y'all attract?
What do we attract? Like us? As
Yeah.
I don't attract nothing. No, it's play.
I mean,
So since we got to know what we attract, what do y'all like? What do y'all attract?
I'm gonna say this personally for me.
Dude.
I would say this.
Ah!
I would say this. It's mostly boss ladies, like legit. That know what they want in life. Literally, because see, I'm saying this, and this is me being real. When you see me out in public, y'all don't see me y'all don't see me just any type of wear. If people know me on this live, y'all know most of the time I wear a suit, I wear dress pants, or I wear dress shoes. On a good day, I might have a tie. Cause my future is looking towards of being a boss. Like I'm going to be a CEO of a company. I'm my mindset is to that, and that's my style. I dress like a young CEO. I dress like somebody that's on their bit. I don't just attract any other woman. I don't, because that's why sometimes I can be honest. Since I'm single, I'll be honest. That's why I think a lot of times I don't have a lot of times success with my generation free, because I'm just my mindset about everything is just too the skyrocket. I'm not even trying to boast myself. The way I think freaks women in our generation out, because I think so old. And like everybody on this live can tell y'all, I'm literally a 51-year-old dude and a 22-year-old body.
Yeah,
I should not
most
be
definitely.
old. I shouldn't be. Like I should not be. But God, He made me like this. I can't do nothing about it. And plus, my daddy is my daddy. So I get that constant. And shout out to Pops. He is our Pops. So shout out to him. So I can't help that. And so it's the way you raise, it's the way that you portray yourself. That's how you know what you attract.
Yeah.
If you act crazy, you want to
Anybody?
attract. Simple. I mean, this is what it is. I mean, let's be honest.
Basically, attract your personality.
Right. If you attract toxic, maybe you are toxic.
Am I toxic? No, I don't think I'm toxic. JP,
I mean,
you toxic?
so questions up to y'all now. I mean, I say what I did. I mean, I
Charles,
attract.
you toxic?
You said what?
You toxic, Charles?
God no.
For the Lord.
Eric, you toxic?
Oh man.
JP, you answer my question. You toxic?
Man, I'm good, brother.
The question is, you toxic? That's the question.
Yeah.
No.
4 fingers pointing back to you, brother.
I mean, like, what's y'all answer to that? Like, what y'all attract?
What do I attract? Well, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I want to hear this.
I mean, but you want to hear this? I mean,
That's all
what
you
I
said
attract
earlier.
is I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
Variety pack.
No. Okay, for sure. I don't just attract anybody that's just just wild or just out there. That's a no-no. I can't.
You got a spittle pack.
No, but seriously,
No, seriously.
I feel like I attract a good person, good rounded person. Honestly, that's my opinion. I mean,
hey, JP,
I mean, now I do.
that's his godly
back then, no.
Saints up here. That's his godly.
Yeah. Oh, Kai, you should not stay out the comment section. Talking about some toxic
See, Wendell, You something else. Window said I think
What?
attract them hood girls because every time I look them, the ones that come up like where they what? Window retype that. But no, seriously. But yeah.
I guess he said every time he look us up, like on social media, all we got is hood girls on there.
You
Hey,
know what?
expect an encounter. That's what brothers
You know what? Okay.
bring people closer to
Not,
Christ.
see, there you go. There you go.
Bring people
Not
closer.
every person, you know. But yeah, I don't attract hood girls at all. I mean, there are hood girls that like me probably that think I'm cute, but no, I wouldn't go for it. It's too much. It's not too much to deal with. It's not me. You know, me knowing who I am, I just couldn't do it. So I would say I attract. I wouldn't say the same person as me, but opposite of me, but not the complete opposite. If that makes sense. Like like some similarities, but not all similarities. Someone I can like learn from, but also bond. You know what I mean? There you go.
I get it. I get it, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
truly.
yeah,
JP,
JP?
I'm not getting out this.
Yeah, y'all didn't get at this question.
No, I mean, I really don't know who or what I attract. I really don't. I promise I don't. I just think because with me, when I'm looking at somebody, I don't look at them from the outside. So I had to look at you from the inside. So if I can't have a conversation with you and, because I can literally sit on the phone for 8 hours and, watch TV because that's just the type of person I am. Like I'm just chill. So, we just can't vibe from day one.
Might want to read the comment. Might want to read the comment.
Hey, boot. Hey, you in the boot. You in the boot. You in the boot. Nah, but I don't know. I don't know what I attract. I mean, I don't really have a type because I ain't got no type. That's a song. But I don't know. I'm just now I think back. I think a lot of people that I attract were broken, and it was my like due diligence to figure out how they were broken and try to help them fix it. And yeah, my journey is not done. So when I get married, I think I'm going to marry a person that has been broken and hurt for a long time. That's just the type of people that I hang around. People that are broken and don't want to express that.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, and I know I said boss lady. Eric, I'm gonna get to you, like I said, but I know I said boss lady. But I'm just down for real. Like I know I said it, but like I don't really have a type either. I just here's the thing. I can relate to JP because it's the thing. With guys like us, you don't know. And so you just have to be that person to, just be willing to help and just listen. But yeah, I'm gonna make that short because I don't want to go deep into that. Go ahead, Eric.
Your love, huh?
I already answered
your love to your love, huh?
I already answered that earlier. I said you attract your personality.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, anybody's want to touch anything on that? Move on to the next question.
Well, I just want to say this: like, you can't, even with like attracting somebody, you, and I'm gonna say this for everybody on this live. It just, I guess if you have notepad, write this down because it's kind of hidden. Attract what you want to be. If you want somebody that seeks God, attract somebody like you want to be attracted to somebody to what you want in a future life. You don't want to attract somebody that you used to doing constantly over and over and over again. You want to attract somebody that you want to be. Basically, what how I want to say this. I want to say this in a short way, but still be effective. Attract the future you. That's good. if you know what the future you is going to be like, you're trying to get to that place, be attracted to that person who's going to, in your mindset, you should know by the way they carry themselves, how are they going to help me get to where I want to be? That's what you should be attracted to. I think we want, like I said, all the time, we want moments, but we don't want someone that we can grow with because we don't know how to go into the long haul.
Yeah.
And so we have to attract what we want to be. Because potential, if somebody sees your potential and they really care about you, they're gonna do everything in their power to help you get there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's real. Everybody has had that person where it's like, oh, if you haven't had it, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have that person where they gonna do everything they can to get where you want to be. They gonna try to do what they can and be supportive and do what they need to do to get where you need to be, and then you're gonna do vice versa. And so that's what you want. You don't want energy that's gonna keep you boggled down and keep you down and saying, I don't know what you want to do. You just gotta go do it for your. Who wants to hear that? Who you gotta be like, babe, what you want to do today? Like, let's start investing.
You said what, Charles? What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said, babe, what you want to do today?
Okay, Charles.
Like, let's
Okay,
start investing.
Charles.
Let's start.
You a
Man,
whole husband out here, ain't you, man?
Mac Daddy. Mac Daddy.
I'm just here, bro. I'm just here. But honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm preparing for my wife because like I said, you have to prepare yourself for that woman because you can't say, oh, babe, I'm gonna be on the game. Hey, babe, I'm gonna be in the stock market trying to look up some accounts for our household. That's grown man ish. I'm not saying I love the game. Trust me, I love playing 2K, but sometimes you got to know when it's 2K time and when it's stock market time.
What is a game? I don't even play no game no more.
So that's just.
Who said, what's the game?
What is the game? I don't even play that no more.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't, seriously. You can ask Eric and JP, like, I don't be on me like that.
Dude has a time where they used to play their game and they still do play their game.
Used to.
I used to be on the game. I be seeing that little Post 300 online.
I have free time. I'm
Look,
really
I got that $9.99 coming out that account every week. Once I see it, I'm like, I gotta hop on the game. Every month.
I forget all about it.
It's
man.
free time. So let me ask this
I
question.
forgot about it.
Since we kind of stay on this topic, okay. Let me ask this. Man, because this is a good one. Okay, so how can you prepare for your wife? How can you prepare for your husband? What steps do you need to take? How can you
baby steps?
No, I'm not saying that's obvious. But I'm saying, like, what can you do? What can you do so you can when that person comes, like, what are y'all steps? Like, I'm asking y'all individually, what are y'all steps as men, as young, what are y'all steps to being that husband that you strive to be, and not a statistic
Before or during? Are you referring to like beforehand or like when you meet this person, you like, okay, I'm gonna get married?
Before, because you don't even see. So sometimes you don't even know who they are before.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So before.
Well, I feel like before you get into something like, I feel like a man should always make sure that their career is like set. Is like for sure gonna happen. Like stable. Yeah, like you said, stable. Like I feel like they should make sure. Of course, they have some type of idea where they want their family to live, grow up at. Like stuff like that. Like. You should know all these things like there is. So you won't have no type of run into any type of brick walls, having to turn back around and redo some things. No, like you shouldn't. That's why me, as a person I am now, I think ahead and I think for the future. I prepare for the future now. Yes, I'm 20 years old and I got my whole future ahead of me. Like, no, not my whole future. Well, of course I do. But I'm 20 years old. I got my whole future planned out right now. Today, I have it planned out. Like I know exactly what I'm gonna do. not the exact day, but after this, like this certain thing happened, I know what I'm doing next. After that happened, I know what I'm doing next. Like, so yeah, I feel like after you got the main steps down, which is a place to stay, a stable job that's paying enough money to take care of you and your household,
Mm-hmm.
then you should be able to get married. Like that's the time for you to actually get married. And not only that, but know what love truly is. And to actually know that you actually love this person before you actually do that. Before you actually, yeah. And then I'm gonna answer this question right here. Do you have a certain age on when you want to be married by? Well, me personally, um, honestly, I wouldn't say JP said 25 to 27. I don't know. Maybe like 23, the earliest, 23, the earliest.
Now,
And the
I
reason
forgot
why
you
I
was only
say
like
that,
12. Boy, I was like, hold on.
the reason
I don't
I
know about
forgot you was only
23.
like 12 years old. Boy, I was like, dang, boy. That's
no,
insane.
no, no. And the reason why I
I
say
agree
that
with
is
you,
because
bro.
it's just how my mindset. This is me speaking for me. It's not me speaking for nobody else. But the
Bro,
way my mindset is, the way my plans are going right now, I'm not trying to. I'm not. I know I'm not the person to brag or just do anything. But how my plans are, how my mindset is and how things are going right now, 23. Honestly, like that's. I mean, that's just me speaking for me. That's not me speaking for nobody else. That's only because I know my life. I know what's going on. I know what's about to happen. I know, I know the deal for my own life. So of course, I'm gonna say 23, the earliest 23.
y'all go ahead because I got to close and mic drop. Go ahead.
I feel like the main thing, I mean, yeah, being financially stable is important, but the main thing, well, for me, is being open to the flaws, to knowing that it's not going to be perfect, that I'm gonna mess up, and that this person is going to mess up because we're both not perfect. You know what I mean? It's really just knowing that you know throughout the relationship that there are going to be issues that we're going to come up against that we have to work out and communicate as a husband and wife. You know what I mean? I find a lot of the biggest thing with a lot of relationships is just the communication part of it and talking about the things that you may disagree upon and a cool, calm, and collected environment. I feel like all the yelling and all like the back and forth. That doesn't really help you to come to a consensus and to come to like a common solution how y'all should go about fixing the problems that y'all going through and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Now, as far as like, what was the question again?
Um,
Do
do
you
you
have a
have a
certain age
certain age? Yeah.
when you want to be married? I honestly don't have a certain age. The reason I say that is because I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can make these plans for my future and where I want to be at, but things don't always happen. Like life can always change, and you can plan this and plan that, and then boom, like your plans change like that. So I don't want to set a certain age to where I feel like I should be married at because then it becomes the expectation of I'm going to get married at this age. And let's say, I get in a relationship with somebody and I tell them like, hey, I'm gonna be married by 28 years old, right? And life goes on and I hit 28 and then my life hits a whole spiral. And then now that person is sitting there looking at me like, I thought you said we were getting married at when you turn 28 and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's that expectation of you said you were going to do this at this point in time, but you're not ready for it.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree.
Oh,
I agree to exactly what you just said. And when I said 23, that wasn't the, I just want to make it clear. That wasn't an age that I was planning, like I'm planning on getting married. That's just the earliest I would actually get married. That's only because how my life is set up. So yeah, I just want to put that up there. JP, my bad, but you can go ahead.
Go ahead,
no, you're
JB.
good. When I said 25 to 27, same, I think that's going to be like a good time where I'll be financially stable. I'll have a place, because right now in my career, it's still shaky, it's still rocky. College, we're still college students, we're still young. We're still trying to get these degrees. C's get degrees. Do want to say that?
Come on here.
Hey,
C, C's get degrees.
These get degrees too.
These
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
get degrees too. But no, but I think 25 to 27 is kind of where I'll be in my solid place. I think it's actually going to happen before that. But if I can spend 2 or 3 years in one spot while being stable, what I'm saying, and seeing consistency in my life, I think that's going to be about the time that I can look at settling down and finally making that change, that lifestyle change. Because when I get married, don't want to be one of those families where I'm divorced 5 or 6 times and now I got 12 people walking down the street with the last name that I got. Like, nah. So, one marriage is it. That's kind of where I'm at on it.
That's the plan. One marriage.
So this is from Steve Harvey, and I'm gonna put my take on it. Steve Harvey said this, and it's probably one of his best advice, one of the best advice, because y'all know Steve Harvey has some cold like advice he gives to like millennials and just people in general. Um, said this: women have a maternity clock, men have a financial clock. Because somebody asked him that same question, what is the right age to get married at? Men always want to be financially stable. History. Because like I said, if we're not stable enough, how can we support a family or support a wife? That's just, but no, it was, I remember it was a lady, she came on there, and she was just like, her husband called off the wedding. And she didn't know why. And she was hurt, of course. They got engaged, but of course she was hurt. But the main reason of it was he wasn't where he wanted to be. And so he felt the need. It's not him saying I don't love you. It's just I want to get to a place where I can stably support you. And for me personally, I understand that. But here's the thing: if you go into the engagement knowing you're not stable, don't even try to get engaged. Because when you get engaged, the next stop is marriage. The next stop is wedding vows. And so you have to be stable before you even get the ring and get on your knee as a man. You can't just try to say I'm gonna get stable in my relationship and I'm gonna in my relationship I'm gonna get stable in my relationship. No, get stable before the relationship. But even my take, I was like one of those guys. I was like, when I was 19, 20, 21, because I'm just 22, like my mind has shifted, ever since pandemic happened. But like 19, 20, I was like, man, 23, 24, 25 be a good age. I seen some of my family members, you married the age, they still doing fine and stuff like that. But my granddad, and hey, rest in peace to my grandfather, said this before he passed away. Sitting on the bed with him, we was talking about it. He was like, son, you'll know when you're ready. Basically, you'll know when you are ready to marry. It should not be just I want to get married to say you'll know, because I stop rushing if you don't really know that is your one. It should be you should have a moment, or you should just know in your heart, in your gut, because women have women intuition. Men, we feel ours in the gut. Everything, it can be bad, it can be like scary. It's all in the gut. If you know that woman is your wife, you will feel that in your gut. You will know. She would just do something over and over again, or she would just say something one day. Yeah, that's the one. And here's the thing: we get in relationships, and they can be, oh man, that's the one. Yeah, but you'll truly know. You'll truly know. Um, so it's changed my perspective. I don't really have an appropriate, because you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know how God will work. You never know how he works in mysterious ways. He is the God of unexpectancy, and so you never know. Your wife can literally be your best friend, like that was close to you for years, and you didn't even know why. Or it can be your wife can be a stranger you never met in your life before. So you never know. So I can't say which age, but here's the thing: I can say this: if your mindset, see, here's the thing: we get caught up. Our age sometimes does not match our maturity. Because I've seen before, you can be 40 and immature, but you can be 22 and mature like no other. I've seen it. It's a thing. So age doesn't say how mature you are. Because normally, if the people that come on this live ages, Doctor is 20, Eric's about to be 22, JP is 22, and so, but you wouldn't. A lot of people wouldn't think that because of the way we talk. Because there's so many times I've been told that, I'm like, man, you can't be 22. I thought you was 26. I'm like, yeah, I'm just 22. Like, but it's just your mindset of how you think things. So you can't, just because your age, you want to get married this age, don't mean your mind match up with your age. And you can be so immature with a wedding dress on, and you looking crazy because it's like, dang, I'm finally here. Well, yeah, you forced somebody to put a ring on your finger because you thought it was the right thing to do. But if your mind is saying, I'm not, see, can we normalize women forcing unmature dudes to put a ring on their finger just because they want to be seen on camera? Or they want to have the most biggest ring on Facebook, like, ooh, I got a ring because all my friends got a ring. Can we normalize that? Can we normalize, stop trying to put these unmature dudes as your husband?
The ones that's not doing nothing for their life or nothing.
If they can't control their own household back where they was living, how can they control the household with you? So you can't, just because, oh man, we gotta, here's the thing. Is he, my 3 P's, here they go again. Protect, provide, pray. If they're not doing those 3, you might want to take consideration. They might need to stay a boyfriend for a little bit and get to know who they are. Because let me say this for the house, and let me make sure my mic turned up. Make sure my mic turned up. Every boyfriend ain't a husband. Every girlfriend ain't a wife. So before you put a ring on that person, are they husband material?
Are they wife material if you put a ring on somebody?
Same thing. Like different thing. Are they husband material? I'm speaking for, but I'm speaking for women, but I'm speaking for men too. Are they that material? Because you cannot just do one thing, but you're not doing it consistently. That's what makes material, husband and wife material, consistency.
Yeah.
Because I can do it easy when I'm seen. But what when I'm not seen and not behind the camera and not on Snapchat, not on Insta story, not even on TikTok? Because you see all these Insta couples and YouTube couples on TikTok, just happy as they want to be, but how are they behind the scenes? Because everybody be sliding up saying, I want that too. I want that relationship. But you don't, that relationship be looking. See, let's shift then. Let's shift. That made me want to shift. Why are we comparing our relationships to social media relationships?
Just that's all we see. We don't see the inside of it. We just see the outside instead of the inside. And that's that's what people got it wrong at. And I got told this once, well, a couple times. They was like, I'm trying to get like you and Jemiah. I was like, it was hard getting here. It was hard being where we are. You know, it takes time. It takes a lot.
Yes.
It takes a lot. And they was like, well, I can't tell. It's because we got to the point where we fixed our, like, we talk about, like, it's just a process, honestly.
It's a
And
process.
this is going to anybody out there. Like, before, like, when y'all comparing, if y'all want something like somebody else, just think about what they had to go through. Because everybody nowadays, I feel like our generation nowadays, once they won't get in a relationship, they just want it to be all handy dandy good right then and there. It's a process. It's a process. It can be a bad process, it can be a good process, but it's a process, to get where that person is in life. Or get where that couple is. And right, Akaya said, I don't compare it all. Trust me, when I say what looks good on social media, not always good behind closed doors. Exactly. It's not.
That's it.
It's not. It's not. You just, I mean, you can make that a goal to get to where they are, but you can just say, I want that off the bat. It's a process.
And so you
So
put an
yeah, that's
expectation on
So you
somebody.
see, you see the product, you don't see the process.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so you put an expectation on somebody that don't even feel the expectations that they
Oh, what is it? Oh
Hmm?
yeah, like you said, you see the equal, but you don't see all the pluses, the minuses, the subtracting, the
don't.
division, all that stuff. You just yeah,
You just see the
yeah.
end product. You see the end product, but you don't see how basically, if we tie that in, dang, we tie it in biology. Literally.
hmm
You see the solution, but you don't see the solving that going into it.
yeah, yeah,
That's real. And so I everybody in our generation not like that. Everybody isn't. But here's the thing, majority of it is,
yeah.
and we gotta here's the thing, we gotta change that, or we just gonna be another statistic of another failed relationship. Because we want everything, but you're putting expectations on somebody that's really not who they are.
And another thing is, why won't what somebody else got? Why won't you just build your own?
Build your own. Because this generation, we see. Here's the thing: we don't have faith, but we have faith when we see it.
hmm
If we don't see it, we don't have faith. We literally that's really what it is. It's like we're literally, if we don't see it, we don't have faith. But if we see it, we're gonna have faith for it. I don't. But it's like you're contradicting the scriptures. Walk by faith and not by sight.
True, true.
And so, I've always just known, you have to just build your own empire, build your own kingdom, build your own, because that's how you make goals. That's how now stealing something from that perspective, I get that. But if you see, here's the thing. If you're not trying to get there, like, why are we shooting for the stars then?
hmm
See, don't come into the relationship with extraordinary ideas, but you're an average person. That's a mic drop right there.
All right. So, how much time we been on here? I'm gonna ask one more question.
Yeah.
Is that cool, everybody?
Ask the one that I sent. No, this way. I really want to know what y'all got to think about that one.
Okay. No, I'm gonna ask that one and another one. Then.
Bet.
That's fine.
Cool. I'm gonna ask the one JP sent. If you had to save one, who would you save? Your child or your spouse?
I remember that question.
God.
I love it.
You know what's,
Hey,
man, what's
comment in the
crazy?
comment section too. Please comment. I want to know what everybody thinks.
What's crazy is I asked somebody the same question. I personally, I said I would save the spouse because you can always have. I mean, as messed up as it sounds, you can always have another baby. You know what I mean? And think about this: if you, I'm just speaking from my own standpoint. If I was to save a child, I wouldn't know the first thing about how to raise a newborn child, and it would be just me by myself doing it. You
Right.
know what I mean? And
Especially if it was a
then
little girl, Eric. If it was a little girl, yeah.
exactly, I want to know the first thing about how to raise a daughter because I'm a guy. I don't know how to be a woman. You know what I mean? And then think about finances too. If I'm sitting at home and taking care of the baby, where am I gonna get the money from to feed both of us?
Hold on. So you're worried about being able to do these things, but you got the man overhead that will basically supply you everything that you need to do these things. So I mean, I'm
Well,
going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to say, I'm going to save my child. I'm going to
well,
save the child.
to feedback off of Eric, I feel like the reason he would okay, so when the last part he said was financially, like the financial standpoint, because a child
Right.
is a lot. You
Okay.
have to it's a lot. Like our witnesses, like, I have sisters who had babies, and still have kids. Hey, you know what I'm trying to say. And
Yeah.
I've seen it. Like it's a lot to deal with, man. It's a lot. It's a time and thing. Like they wake up in different times of the day. Like it's hard to just go to work and just, it's just hard to go to work when you got a baby at home. Okay, daycare. Okay, let's bring up daycare. If you got daycare, okay, cool, but you got to also worry about what they're doing to your child while you not around. Like
That's
Right.
another
all daycares are
baby
not good
too.
daycares. All good daycares are not good daycares. You know what I mean? So I would also agree with Eric with this. Like I would say my spouse, I would rather have another baby than to have to deal with all of that at once. I'm not saying I can't do it, but I just wouldn't want to do it alone. I want somebody to do it, like help me. You know what I mean? Or you catch it when I'm feeding.
But
So
I go ahead, not sure.
and so like, okay, you may say, okay, daycare not it's not gonna work. So what about taking it to your parents' house or taking it to your family member house? Not, I'm gonna be honest, not every family member want to deal with somebody else's baby, you know? And come on now. I wouldn't want to have my child around somebody who don't want to deal with my own children, my own child. So of course, I would most definitely just save my spouse and just let it be. Make another baby. I mean, I would feel bad, but oh well. Think about the outcome. I mean, not oh well, but think about like, what would have happened if I would have saved my child over this, over my wife, over my spouse. I would definitely save my spouse
I,
over my child.
I,
And
I go ahead, Eric, because I'm gonna be the devil here.
and 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 yes, God does provide, but you got to put in the works too, because faith without
Mhm.
works is dead.
Absolutely.
And you got to think about the impact that's going to have on a child too. Let's say you do decide to take a child, right?
Mhm.
You have to explain to your child how their mom died.
Okay.
You have to think of the impact emotionally that's going to have on the baby or on the child
Right.
themselves. Whether it's the son or your daughter, you have to think about that. You have to formulate a way on how you're going to communicate this with that child. Also, it's just
Because I'm gonna play so far into this. I love it.
it's just man, it's just okay. And I'm gonna read what Kaya said. Either
I
way,
said
you
it right.
can always get another husband or a child unless some way you can't. But I'm saving my child. What if I can't have another one? A child's love is no other. I can find a spouse or a woman. That is true.
Okay, that's true. But
But but
Hold
in
on.
that situation, in that
eh,
situation,
every
in that
every
That's the
situation,
whole situation.
I
in
feel
that
like
note, and
I feel like
Kai, my bad, Eric, my bad.
I feel like if it's God's will, then you will have another child.
Right.
But if not, and you don't, then it wasn't meant for you to have a child. As messed up as that sounds, that's just it. It is what it is. I just personally,
See, that's why I'm just
I
listening.
love this.
It's a tough situation, man.
Because I've thought about this. I have thought long and hard. This question has came up in multiple different forms of fashion and places, and and this question came up a lot, and I thought about it. I just think about it like this. So if I had a child and I have a wife, my wife is probably going to be around the same age that I am, and my child is going to be significantly younger than I am, right? So if I save my child and I teach my child like, hey, your mom sacrificed for your life, you know what I'm saying? She did what she had to do for you. You know what I'm saying? That can basically, I'm not gonna say that's gonna make my child stronger, but I think my child will have a mutual understanding of like, hey, you know, my mom gave my life for me. She died for me. So I I don't I have a lot to say about this topic. Again, it's a hard subject. I would save my child off rip. Nothing against my spouse, but there can always I can always like find another spouse, but I can't find another child.
now I'm gonna be devil's advocate.
Play it. Let's play together.
All right. Now, let's say you decide to tell your child what happened to your mom, and what if they, instead of it helping to build them up, like, oh yeah, mom sacrificed herself for me, I should do well with my life. What if they blame themselves for her death their entire life? Then what?
They blame themselves for their mom passing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's a deeper understanding. I mean, my child is not gonna be, 17, 18 years old when they find out that their mom passed away, of course. I mean, they just got to grow up knowing that. And when I say like choosing between their mom and the child, I'm talking about like literally at birth, like not later on down in line. That later on down in their life. So they would just have to understand, like, hey, this is what it is. This is what happened. Like, this is how it happened. And I think it'll make them stronger. I literally do. I really do. I really do. I think it'll make them stronger and make them a better person. I grew up in a single family household, so I don't have a problem with saying that, the child is more important than the spouse. But only because I know how I've become, only growing up in a single family household. So yeah.
I feel okay. I'm gonna go back. So I
This is
feel
a
like
great conversation for you.
yeah. Who me?
Yes.
Me?
My God. My God. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Continue. Go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead.
well, I just feel like it. It depends who the spouse is. If it's a one, like okay, so I feel like it's much easier for a woman to actually just say, "Okay, I'm gonna save my child." Hear me out. Hear me out. A woman is able to take care of a child better than a man is. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna throw it out there. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know. I just feel like it's better for a woman to take care of a child than it is for a man. So if I think I'm speaking for myself,
That's a
then I'm speaking
stereotype.
for them.
That's a
Okay.
stereotype. That's a standard.
So
That's
okay.
what it want to be viewed like.
So you telling me I'm gonna ask y'all this. So y'all telling me y'all can take care of the child alone by yourself.
Yes.
If
Without no help.
every
Without no
if,
help.
if you decided to lay down and have sexual intercourse with somebody, you are ready to take on that responsibility, even if that meant doing it by yourself.
And it takes a village too.
Hey,
Okay.
What if you
Well,
don't
let
have?
me not say that then. Well,
What
I
if you
mean,
don't
take
have?
it
What
there.
if you
Just
don't have a
clarify.
village?
Because
What if
you have to remind yourself villages matter. Villages matter. And so I'm not saying I can do it all by myself, but like, dude, that's why we have when we do have sexual intercourse and we do come back with each other's families, that's what a village is. To take some of the load off. So,
Yeah, but what if you don't have a village though?
huh?
What if you don't have anybody though?
But I've seen some strong dads that don't have anybody.
No, I mean like you don't have a village. That's what I mean. Like you don't
That's
have
what
people
I'm
that,
saying. That's exactly what I just like. I've seen strong dads that have nobody because they did it. Here's the thing. Go ahead, JP.
No, I'm saying so the village is a support mechanism. You don't have I don't think that you have to have a village to raise a child. It takes a village to raise a child, yes, but you don't have to have it. That's a support, that's an extra. If you lay down, a child happens with a man and a woman. If the man and woman lay down, it's the man and woman's responsibility to take care of that child. Whatever it takes.
Yes.
Whatever it takes, period. Like, don't give up on your child because they're doing something wrong. Like, it takes a village to raise a child. It's cool, but you laid down and made that choice.
You made that decision, yeah.
You know?
Okay, well, okay. I don't know. I guess I had to be in a situation just to actually just know what I do at that point. And I'm not saying that I couldn't do it because I watched the movie Fatherhood. I don't know if y'all seen it yet, but basically, I don't want to tell it, but I'm just gonna, just give a little summary of it. Basically, the wife died and he was left alone with the baby for like basically firstborn. And he didn't know anything about taking care of a baby. He didn't know what to do, but he made it work with some help. Now it's different it's probably different when you have help, but just doing it alone, completely alone, no.
I'm not saying it's you want to, but I'm saying it's suitable for the time being. And then when you want to make
deal with, man, you can't make money. Like you got to think about it. You got to pay. Like where you get the money for to just get milk? I mean,
don't do it if you ain't ready.
Right. That's it.
But okay. I mean, I guess
what's still? I want to hear.
I feel like we just got to be in that situation just to understand as so much like all this responsibility it is just take care of one child. I mean, because by yourself, like a single parent taking care of one child, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I feel like you can ask any woman that's been in that situation, how much it is like to take care of one child by themselves. I mean, it's just a lot.
I mean, but how would you
even with a man, like with me, I don't know.
What's your expectation?
Like with me, I would want to still make money on top of it because babies are expensive. Of course, like you said, before you lay down and you do all this stuff, you should be okay. I understand that. But even if you are, but still you gotta think about it. You still gotta pay for stuff. You still losing money. You're not gaining money like you're not like when you losing money to pay for stuff, you still losing money. You losing money like all the money that you're saving up, you can't regain that money. That making sense. Like
if your parents were to do that to you, bro, I'm just trying to see like what is everybody's thought? Like if it was to happen to you, what? Go ahead.
So you saying if I was to be
if your
one to
to
choose between, I mean, so be it. I mean, I'm dead. Can't do any better, right?
Is that what you want though?
I mean, is that what I want? I mean, I don't know what would they go through. You don't know. I wouldn't know what was going on during that time. Like I don't know what was going through their head. You don't know what type of like situation they was in during that time. You don't know what was going on. So I mean, what if me dying was meant to be? So I guess, like I said, it goes back to what I said. I have to be in a situation to just know what I'm actually going to do. But right now, I would say my spouse because of what my spouse says about the situation now. So yeah. I mean, you just have to be in a situation just to know what you want to do. It depends what's going on or how things are going about. And then you would choose then. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop the mic on that. Because you, like right now, you just can't do nothing. Like, you can't just.
All you give is just like, current answer to the question, but you can't give a situational answer because you're not in it.
Yeah.
Current.
Exactly.
I don't think my answer is gonna change. Only because again, I've been through a single family household, and I know that it's possible.
Yeah,
I mean it's possible. I'm not saying it's not, but it's just why would you want to go through it? Why would you want to go through it? I mean,
why did I go through it?
See, here's the thing. It's
I
not.
mean,
Even,
it's a situation. It's that situation, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Here's
I mean, I
here's
understand
my
what you're saying. You know, I respect it. You know,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
here's my take. I think personally, and I'm saying this not. I mean, just me as personally. I'm with JP. I would say because here's the thing. That's next legacy. That's my legacy. You
you can
know.
always make another legacy. Your sperm always gonna be there.
What if she can't make another legacy, my G?
And it wasn't meant to be. If it's meant to be, it'll happen. If it's not meant to be, it's not gonna happen. That's
So
especially how I
if
feel about stuff. I feel
if it was
like
meant to be, then that person would have never died. That child would have never died. That's what I'm saying. So save the child. It was meant to be. It happened. Save the child. Release the spouse. I mean, you got your offspring.
yeah. But then you say the same thing about the spouse too. If you say that the spouse, it was meant to be for you, you say the spouse. It just depends upon what you decide to do in that current situation.
But it takes two to tango. Just because I had sexual relations with somebody, I decided to lay down and have this child 9 months later. It took me 9 months to have this child. Now I got to choose between. I'm just gonna put it in context. We're in the hospital. The child is being born. The mama's on the table. It's like, okay, do you want the child to live or the mama to live? I want the child to live. The child's waited 9 months. They have, nerves developed in the stomach, just like I did, just like the wife did. I want to give my child that same opportunity. It's probably this time for my wife to leave.
Let me drop the mic like on this.
Let's drop it again. Drop the mic. I'm
gonna drop the mic right here because in that situation, no, I'm gonna say this. In this situation right there,
right?
I feel like both of the couple, like both the two couples, or not the two couples, the two what's the word I'm looking for? Both the father and the mom should come to a conclusion what they want to do. That's in discussion. I feel like those.
But what if it can't happen though? Like, what if she? Yeah, you have to make that final decision.
Right.
It's up to you.
Let's go back to this. Let's go back 9 months later. No, earlier. Let's go back 9 months earlier. In that situation, I feel like you should talk to your spouse about that question. I feel like then you should be like, I feel like you should have an open I feel like you should have an open conversation with your spouse about, okay, let's just say this happens. What would you want to do? What would be best for you? Like, what would be like, what would you want to do? If they say, I would rather for me to live than my baby, than the baby, I'll be okay. If you're ready for the baby to live before, over you, okay, cool. Then 9 months later, when that time comes, if it happened, then okay, I'm gonna choose whatever we decided on. Simple. Drop the mic on that. It's done. It's done. It's done.
At this point, bro, ATP, bro.
I'm thinking outside the box now.
ATP, you inside the box. ATP, let's think. You inside the box. I want you to come outside the mug. So look, check this. If I'm married to somebody and I know I'm finna have a child, I'm not finna go up to you and be like, in the midst of the pregnancy, if you die and it came down to who you want me to save, no.
You should be able to have an open
I'm not going to
discussion with your wife or with your spouse.
That's the devil action.
I agree, but
I feel like you phrased it wrong, bro. You should say before y'all even thought about having a baby, you actually had that conversation of what to do if y'all decide to have a baby, and it came down to both y'all gonna be in the hospital, and the doctor asked you.
That's an argument waiting to happen,
right, bro?
Because my spouse, the person I married,
you can always make another baby.
Watch this. Trust this. Trust and believe this.
Your sperm don't go away. You can make another baby,
bro.
So you tell me you would rather
listen to JP, bro.
You would rather for your baby, your child, to be with another woman than your own.
But here's the thing.
Hold on. I put that ring on her finger so she can trust that I make the right decision. So if I make the decision to let her go, absolutely, 100%.
You telling me that you will not date another woman if your wife was to die?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm going to save my child.
See,
D,
I
but
got this.
here's the thing, D.
Okay. At this point,
Here's the thing, D.
I feel like you need to talk to your spouse
Hey,
before y'all have a
D.
baby and just
let me
discuss it.
let me say
Simple
something.
as that.
Let me say
I'm done talking.
Let me say something. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Yeah, I
Single
gotta
mom.
say, 'cause, bro, when you have that is, you don't know if you're gonna get the opportunity to make a child again.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You do not know.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
You're right.
D-Trey, don't shut down. No, don't shut down.
Don't
We
shut
in
down. No, because
Uh.
we got some good points. Like honestly, because I'm reading his mind. I get it. You
And
don't know. And everybody, here's the thing: when you meet a woman, you don't know if they can make child or not. Every woman is different. Dude, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Kaya said it best. She said basically she was just like your mother would give everything for you anyway. She said most of the time a mother would want their child to live rather than them. It's a sacrifice that they're willing to make. Your mama would give everything for you to live.
Yes.
You go and ask your mama right now, who would you rather live, me or you? She gonna say her. She gonna say you. Like off rip. So I'm gonna make that decision the same way. If I go and ask my mama right now, who you want to live, me or you? She gonna say me. All rip, and I'm gonna make that decision.
Of course, I agree. I know if I go to my mom, she would say the same thing. I know this.
So why change?
I know this. But the thing is, that's a whole different situation. I'm talking about, that's your mom, that's our mom saying that. Let's talk about, our spouse.
I'm telling you straight up, everyone, you don't know if every woman can make a child or not. You don't know.
Either way it go, it's gonna be a hard choice, man. Because you can either choose between one.
It's a hard choice. Just leave it at that. It's a hard choice.
Save the person who you've been together with for however long you've been together with, or save the baby who you don't quite know yet, who isn't quite in the world yet, but it's about to be.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
This topic had to grow up.
I decided to lay down. No, forget that. I decided to lay down.
Yes.
And you know what? And make whippy. No, we're not timing out. I'm shutting that down. Get that. No.
Finish.
I decided to lay down.
Flag on the play.
No, I know flag. Get the flag. I challenge that. Move that. So because I decided to lay down. I decided to lay down. I had a child. My child is going to be my number one. I'm not saying I'm putting my child over my spouse, but if it came down to it, my child can take every piece of my spouse. Like my child is going to be the offspring for my spouse anyway. So it's not like I'm not going to have my spouse there anyway.
Literally.
So if my spouse, the one I just had sexual relations with, is the mother of my child, and that baby comes, even if I do choose to oust the child, I'm not going to have an offspring. I'm just going to have my spouse. Why not have the spouse and the offspring in one place? Right? Because your child is going to be a direct reflection of you.
Yeah, bro.
Real.
Literally.
So.
Time out. Flag on the play.
Let's flag it. Flag it. I'm going to shut up.
Flag on the play. How about this? We just say that question. We're going to say that question for the what we got planned at the end of the month. We'll say that question.
Right.
Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Me and JP was here. You were right. That was like a 2-on-2.
Leave it at that. Leave it at
that was a 2-on-2 debate.
Leave it at that. Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
We're gonna talk about this after the call.
That was a 2-on-2.
Leave it at that.
Debate, literally.
We'll talk about it at the end of the month. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah. So what he's referring to
at the
end of the month, we're gonna have a special program. Can't really release what it is, but we're gonna have something very, very, very special planned. For our end of the month call.
Yes.
So,
bro, I can't wait. I can't
either because I'm coming with it.
Hey,
end of the month.
Bring that question up.
End of the month.
Question up.
End of the month. Let it go.
They coming for them. They coming for them busters next.
Let it go.
Let it go. You tried to flag it.
Let it go. Let it go. All right. Now we're gonna end with the last question. It's really a true and false question, really. I'm gonna end with like that. Because I'm gonna say this next, because when I was gonna end with, I'm gonna save it for next week, or save it for when
Yeah.
we have the end of the month. The end of the month. So, all right. So here go the question. It's a true or false question, and if you want to explain, you can explain. A man who can openly talk about his emotions with a woman is a strong man.
True.
Yeah, true.
Repeat the question.
A man who can openly talk about his emotions with a woman is a strong man.
I don't think that's the only characteristic, but true. I don't think that's the only way to show that he's a strong man, but sure, true.
That's true what JP said, yeah. But I mean, yeah, yeah.
I don't talk about
True.
my emotions at all. I mean, I do, but I don't. I can express them, but as for making that a burden in a relationship, that's not me. That's just not me.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. But like, I can express now. If you were a lady that's saying I can express them, of course. But like, me just putting all that weight on that person, nah. Because you got to learn. But you learn, and I want to. But this is just me. You learn from different relationships how to cope with your own personal feelings and how to deal with it.
True.
So you have to, this is coming from me because some relationships you do that, but when you get out of those and you become single and you kind of see what did I do wrong, you learn how to cope with your own feelings, and instead of sometimes because everything doesn't need to be expressed to your partner sometimes.
Yeah. Was that a good question? And no, you want another question?
No, that was good. Because we really ended on that last question, but
yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. It was a true or false question. So, Charles, do you have anything for us? Any upcoming days?
I do. Bless the Lord. Okay. So, before I even go to this, y'all, let me say, yeah. So,
I want to say one thing. Oh, go ahead. Are you in? You going to end with that?
I mean, you can end with something else. It's just kind of like
I want to go ahead and say it now. I'll let you end with it.
Oh, okay.
So I would like to say this. I just want to remind people that we are back in action. So if you would like to book us, I mean, we're not just professionals, but we're professionals if you get it. If you'd like to book us, you can email us, DM us, text one of us personally, but please let it be ahead, like maybe like 2 weeks before, because me and Eric work at Wally World.
At least a month.
At least a month ahead, because me and Eric work at Wally World, and it's hard to get off when we need to get off. But I am off on Sundays now. But JP, you want to say what you got to say?
I wanna clear that up. Let me say this. Any event that you would like for us to minister at, reach out. Even if it is within that 2 week time frame, 1 week, if you need someone on the fly, reach out. Let us talk about it, and let's get back with you. It's not going to take a long time. We have 4 people. We have family members and administration that will get back with you in a timely manner. So if you do have something that you want us to minister at, perform at, speak at, we are a speaking group. We can speak as well. So anything you want us to do, inside church, outside church, family engagement, family reunion, concert, don't matter. Reach out. Yes, please reach out. Please reach out. So yes. Sorry.
Basically, just let us know. Our email should be on our Instagram. If it's not, that's my fault. But it's I don't know. It's BOMOM4@gmail.com. Just reach out to us. If you don't do email, do Gmail, Yahoo, whatever. You can also DM us, call us, text one of us, and we'll get back at you. I just want to put that out there because, we are back. So we're not just doing panel discussions. We also back doing, like JP said, we are a talking group. We're a Mime group. We'll do whatever you want us to do. There you go. I just want to put that out there.
That group.
And also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, come on, y'all. It's for young men, for young African American men, brothers at that. Come on now,
Yes, sir.
come on now. But I'm gonna let Charles have it. It's his world now.
Oh man, y'all good. I've been keeping this a secret from everybody. I promise you, brother didn't really know until I posted it a couple days ago. Some of them still don't know, which is fine. Um, yeah. So let me show y'all this. I can show you that. I can tell you.
Also, Charles, post it on Instagram.
We'll do.
Diminished Generation presents Sunday Night Fire Prayer Monday. Join us on July 18th at 6 p.m. as we come together to have an experience like never before. You can join us at Holiday Inn, 600 I-30, Little Rock, Arkansas, 72202. If you're not able to join us in person, you can absolutely join us via Zoom or Facebook Live. The Zoom ID is 595-325-9739. In order to RSVP, you can fill out the Google form provided. Won't you invite someone to be a part of this great move of God? We hope to see you there.
So, yeah, I'm a part of this Zoom group titled GMG, God's Ministry Generation. I've been doing this since January, but we started in March. My sister heading it, Asia, and I picked it back up. So this is like, I guess, this is my baby. Got a team. They've been awesome. Vision came to me in April, and so yeah, this Sunday, July 18th, at Holiday Inn, um, it'll be at 6 p.m. Um, we'll be live. We'll be live. Um, I do have a Google form. We do have it just to keep up with everybody being safe. CDC guidelines. You wear your mask. Um, but yeah, the registration, all we need to do is we need to keep up with who's coming and get a head count. But yeah, like I said, the number might change of how many people we can have because we only can have 60. And I got to talk to my team how many people we have now, but to kind of update people how to register. But I'll let y'all know in the next upcoming days about that. But other than that, y'all just join us because, like I said, y'all been seeing me post on Zoom and stuff like that. It's the same group, and it's not just you from Arkansas. I got brothers and sisters, and I got brothers literally coming from Tennessee. They're from Ohio. They're from Indiana. Like yeah. So it's amazing. I love it to death. So if you're not doing nothing Sunday, here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna do. Cause do this real quick. I'm gonna put the Google form in the comments. So if you want to register, you can do that. Um, do this Google form. Just go to it, put your name, put your number, simple, and we'll have you down. Uh, and yeah, so I'm super excited about that. Super excited about what the Lord is going to do. I'm just grateful to be kind of serving and leading them, as they call me, the leader and stuff like that. I'm just here to serve. I just love God's people, and so it's just young adults coming together, just worshiping God together. It's exciting. So I can't really tell you what all we're going to do, what all is going to happen, but just know it's going to be an experience and an encounter like never before. So just come out and worship God with us. It starts at 6. We're going to start on time. It's going the Facebook, and I'm going to make this public this week. The Facebook it's going to be streamed from our page, but the Zoom is going to be from my Zoom too. So if you get on Zoom, you'll still see the service. If you get on Facebook, you'll still see the service. Either way. But I'm encouraging you to come in person because in person it's going to be amazing. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. The Lord is going to meet us there. So I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. I did not tell my brothers for a reason. I only tell a select few people because this is out of my comfort zone. Planning something and writing a vision and doing all of that. But I am super excited. Super excited. But yeah, Y'all come hang out with me, come worship with me. And yeah, we're gonna do dialogue. We're gonna do all that. We're gonna talk about the word. We're gonna worship together. We're gonna pray together. We're gonna laugh together. We're gonna fellowship together, just as young adults, young people. And so yeah, hope to see you there. And I holla, love y'all. So yeah, that's me.
Also, Charles, could you also post that on our Instagram
What's up?
if you don't mind, and elaborate more on it too? JP, got any upcoming events? Anything you want to announce?
No. I just want to tell people to continue to stay safe. Um, New coronavirus coming out. Stay masked up. Even if you do have the virus, please stay masked up. Stay safe. Stay blessed. So yeah. Somebody make sure we close out with a prayer. Like don't close this call without praying.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Eric, you got anything you want to say?
Um, not really. But like JP said, everybody stay safe out here in these streets.
Yeah, what Eric said. Well,
Oh, and keep your phone off of Do Not Disturb too.
Yes.
also,
Right.
for the end of the month situation, what we got going on, stay tuned to our Instagram. I'm gonna repeat it: BO Mom 4. Go follow. We are all active on that Instagram. We'll go follow you back. And yeah, we got something planned that's gonna be really, really good. Like Charles said, it's gonna be good. JP said it's gonna be good. Like Eric said, it's gonna be good. Y'all gonna be like, wow. Make sure you join that live. Trust me, you gonna want to join it. But yeah, just stay tuned for a flyer coming out soon. And yeah, so I got it.
Eric, you pray.
Ha ha!
Everybody close your eyes and bow your heads. Father, we come to you today just to say thank you. Thank you for keeping us thus far, keeping your safe and protecting, shielding hands laid upon us, oh God. We ask that you please guide us, Lord. Guide us down the right path, the path that you have set before us to follow, oh Lord. Please keep us in the light and not in the darkness. And for those of us who are in the darkness, please be that light shining bright down on us to guide us out of it.
Yes.
And Lord, we just like to say thank you. Thank you once again for looking after all our family, all our friends, and most importantly, thank you for looking after us, oh Lord Jesus. Lord, we know without you, nothing will be possible, oh God. Without you, we wouldn't be where we are right now, God. And we like to ask you, please look over our futures, Lord. Please help us to accomplish the goals that we need to accomplish now and later on in our future, Lord Jesus. And we ask and praise in your son Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen.
Man.
Pray, boy.
Week 5, y'all. That was week 5.
Pray, boy.
Week 5. Any we got a question. Any special guests soon? Like I said, stay tuned for a flyer coming out soon. We don't reveal anything until we post it. Just
Pray,
simple
boy.
as that.
That means too.
So yeah. Next week 6, man. What y'all? We on a mission, ain't we?
Oh yeah. I meant to say this. So I started this thing yesterday. So it started yesterday. It's 30 days of positivity. So try that. I want everybody to at least try it at least once. I started yesterday. It's you wake up, you say something positive, or you may post something positive. If you don't like taking pictures, take a picture of yourself smiling, or you say something that you're gonna do. Like let's say today I'm gonna give a homeless person $3. Like I'm gonna make somebody smile. Like 30 days of positivity. I started that yesterday. Stay tuned for that. I kind of give an update next week on how that's going. So if everybody wants to try that, definitely look into doing 30 days of positivity. It'll change your life. It really will. So yeah, sorry, but
Y'all, we should do something like hang out with brothers and mom one day. We should do that.
is anybody like bowling? Hey,
Right.
We should actually do that though. Like we should actually do that. Interact with the people, man. Anyway, that would be something to talk about in a later date.
Yes.
Okay, and also I want to say one more thing. If y'all got something that y'all would like for us to do, like for us to, say anything, let us know. Like if you got some ideas for us, like we are all open to any ideas that y'all have for us. Like, trust me, we are very open to anything.
Yes.
So let us know if y'all got something that y'all would like for us to do. If it's just something like volunteering, we will do it. Like, just let us know. Communicate with us. We're very open. So yeah.
Let's play baseball.
I don't have anything else to say.
All right.
Like I said, we'll if y'all got any ideas for us to interact with y'all, let us know.
Yes.
Like, let us know. But maybe we should do something like, get to know who knows best, I don't know. I don't know. Or who does who, we should do some trivia questions, I'm serious. Like, no, I'm serious though. Like, we should have to do that. Anyway, I'm just talking outside of my neck now. But seriously, like, we should actually do something. Think about that, y'all. Like, do like a little trivia question, like who was born this day or this. No, we'll talk about it. Anyway, but yeah, and maybe do a prize. I don't know. Something. I don't know.
We can do that.
We should do that on an Instagram. We should do something like on an Instagram, like
a giveaway.
See who the big one. Yeah, we should do that.
I'm with
like
it.
Trivia question giveaway.
Yes, sir.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned for that soon. We'll talk about that after the live, maybe. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, y'all. As always, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We hope to see y'all back again next week, Monday, 7 p.m.
Week 6.
See y'all Sunday if y'all come.
Yes. Love y'all, man.
As my family always says, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.